There was no mention of a delay on this loan when I had my meeting with Mr. Peterson. Well, yes, you'll appreciate that a shortage of cash flow at the moment is crippling. Well, I would appreciate if you would do that. Yes. Well, thank you very much.
Jan, I do believe you're busier than the chairman of ICI.
She thinks she is the chairman of ICI.
Your friendly, helpful, accommodating bank manager is turning out to be a bloody nuisance.
I wish I could help.
Oh, darling, I need a small fortune. Thanks all the same. How are things with you, Leo?
All right.
What's happening with Abby?
I don't know.
Don't you see her anymore?
Not much.
Oh. Has she still got you wrapped around her little finger?
No.
Well, that's the way it looked to me. If it's changed, I'm glad it has.
How would you know how it looked? You never even glanced in my direction.
No, that's not
You're
fair.
not the least bit interested what I'm doing, with Abby or with anyone else.
Leo, I am interested. I just think you're behaving like the adolescent you think you've grown out of. Now, would you thank me for reminding you of that?
Why should you? I don't remind you of Ken.
Leo, that is quite unnecessary.
It's all right, Mother. Now, listen to me, Leo. I didn't stick my nose into your affairs, because if I did, you tell me to mind my own business.
You don't stick your nose into my affairs because you're too wrapped up in yourself. You're just making polite conversation while you drink your wine and wait for your back
you are
business
going to
call.
regret this.
You couldn't even let Lynn have a proper honeymoon without dragging them back early, could you?
You're being
Why can't you just be like everyone else? Why do you have to be a tycoon?
Leave this to me, please, Mother. I'm busy, that's true. I'm preoccupied, that's also true. I'm concentrating on starting a business. I'm glad you've noticed.
It isn't easy to overlook.
Look, Leo. Do you ever think of me as a person? Not a mother, but as a person? Because if you had, you would have noticed that my life recently has been a pretty dismal failure. And if I seem to be spending a lot of energy and concentration on my business, it's because I desperately need it to succeed. I have a collection showing in little more than a few days, and I have asked Claude back from honeymoon because I am desperate. Now, grow up!
This is very nice.
Nice? Is that the best word you can find?
I'm reserving the superlatives for later.
Main course?
Later than that.
Dessert?
Later, much later.
There was another Relton board meeting today.
Oh, yeah. How'd it go?
You know this takeover business is getting serious, don't you?
Well, there's no chance of them proving successful, is there? What is there?
Charles Freer has 18% holding of Relton, and he's in the market for more.
Well, I would have thought 18 to 20% was about the maximum he could get. I mean, who else is going to sell for Charles Freer?
Share-owning public, for a start. If they think Freer can do more for the company.
Majority of the shares aren't in public hands.
True. Freer's got a very strong foothold. You've seen the papers. He's mounting a very aggressive campaign.
Well, I didn't think he had a hope in hell of being successful. In order to increase his holding significantly, he'd have to buy from the board, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't see any director of Relton selling to Charles Freer.
Why not?
Well, I don't see any advantage in it.
Supposing there was.
What do you mean?
Simply that. Supposing there was a body of opinion who believed that joining Freer Holdings would be to their financial advantage.
What do you mean, a body of opinion?
There are one or two directors who I feel are suspect.
Who? Everybody knows Charles Freer's shady.
He's a businessman, and a very able one. It's a straightforward commercial consideration. Relton could be better off.
You seem to be defending him.
I'm not defending anybody. I'm just telling you what's been happening and what may very likely happen in the future.
Are you telling me Charles Freer could actually take over Relton?
Yes. It's on the cards. He's not there yet, but he is lurking.
How do you feel about that?
Personally or professionally?
Was there a difference?
Yes, there is.
right, personally.
I don't think I'd like it very much.
I see, and professionally?
I can see where being part of Freer Holdings would be very much in our favour.
You wouldn't consider working for Freer again, would you?
I don't know whether I could, but it doesn't stop me having an impartial view of the situation.
You're very calm about this.
I'm being very practical about it. Look, Tom, I don't think you appreciate our position. The yard stands or falls on Barracuda.
Relton have contracted to build Barracuda.
Relton have bought a franchise to manufacture. There is no guarantee to manufacture. The new management may decide to sit on the design or shelve it altogether. There'd be no royalties. You'd have produced Barracuda for nothing. I've got to be there to guard our interests. Can't you see that?
Winds keep